Skål gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Hello, and welcome back for another edition of Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar. With us this evening, as usual, Thomas.
Hello.
Junior.
Hello there.
And me.
Björn.
Okay.
We must not forget you, Björn.
I thought it was your job, Thomas, to introduce
I just lost
Ah,
my
we don't-
train of thought.
We don't have set roles in any of this, besides you, Junior, being the villain and all, but...
Well, you get butthurt each time I introduce Thomas.
But hurt? No, I just like to be as correct as possible.
Correct? What?
You're doing it wrong, Junior, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, when I introduce you.
Well, I'm saying we like to do things correct, but then again, I also said we have no set ways of doing things here. So,
You're a wandering contradiction.
yeah, don't listen to me at all. How have you guys been this week? Weekend? Anything interesting, noteworthy?
No.
No, short and sweet. Short and
Partying, drinking.
Partying
with you.
and drinking. Yeah, well, I joined you for one dining night and some few board games without drinking on my part. So yeah.
I did nothing this weekend, but I'm going on a party next weekend. Or this coming
Okay.
weekend, it will be.
Mm.
So that's good.
Look at you
Yes.
guys.
Yeah.
Living up to your New Year resolution.
Yeah, and we're even in February and we haven't lost
Dropped
our-
out.
dropped out yet, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We're going strong.
Hell yeah. And
Yeah.
my watch is still disappointed with me, but I'm still training.
Oh, your
Accordingly.
fitness watch. Yeah.
Yeah, accordingly to the watch, to keep it proud, to keep it in productive.
Are you doing it to satisfy your watch's fitness requirement, or are you doing it for yourself?
The watch.
It's like
Okay.
satisfying an AI.
Yeah.
Are you proud of me now, Mr. Computer?
Are you proud of me? But it's to be fair, it's a program in a way to get myself fit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I would guess so.
So,
yeah.
so there's no cheating the watch.
Yeah, unless you deliberately don't wear it and such.
Yeah, but you guys, at certain points you get the mindset. A workout isn't worth it unless you got the watch on.
Yeah, I've heard that from several people. It's like, no, they can't go on that trip. They can't do the workout unless they have their fitness tracking with them or on them. Just like, is that really the whole point? Isn't the point the workout itself, and the fitness watch is supposed to help you?
No.
I have
if
one
you
as well.
happen-
And I basically only use it at work, just to see how much I walk at work.
Okay, yeah.
So I take it on when I go to work, and I take it off when I get home. And if I'm going
Yeah.
on social stuff, I use my normal gold watch. Yeah. Or gold-coated watch.
Yep.
You are a loser. You should wear the watch every day, each day. You're only supposed to take it off when it's charging, and then you're in the shower, and when you're wanking.
No, but I can wank many miles.
No, you
The
would be disappointed.
Well, isn't that just a genius marketing? I wouldn't say it's a trick, but it's like, to use a fitness watch properly, you need to wear it all the time. It's like the company's dream come true. You are completely dependent on their product and use it at all hours of the day.
Like, he behind you there is. Or on the other side of you.
Like him.
Well,
Yeah.
Pointed the right way. Yeah, but it's like yeah, you've made a product that the customer needs to use as much as possible to be able to feel satisfied.
Function in
it's like-
society.
yeah. So that's a marketing win if I ever heard one.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
that watch ain't as nice as my gold watch, right? So I will not use that when I go out on town or I'm partying or stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a lost opportunity because you were dancing and it keeps track on dancing. It keeps your activity.
Yes, but I think the gold watch were more in style with the rest of my attire that evening.
Can I make the comparison to like shoes? It's like you have your super comfy like runners or jogging shoes, which you could use anywhere, and then you have your like nice shoes, expensive shoes that you choose to use at parties and such. Why? Like functionally, you could use your joggers, your runners everywhere, all the time, but you wouldn't want to because they don't look as nice. Yeah, that's my thinking at least.
Yeah, I think that's the general consent to it.
Yeah.
With shoes and stuff.
Yeah. But why wouldn't you think the same about your watch?
I do.
It is an accessory. Yeah. I agree with you, Thomas. I just
Thank
don't.
you.
But then again, I haven't tried any form of smartwatch or even a fitness watch or anything.
What? You are a watch collector and you don't have a single
Smartphone?
fitness watch?
Yeah. I'm more into the traditional mechanical watches, the old style.
Mhm.
'Cause I think it's just cool. Simply.
Yeah,
They look
but
nice.
you have to difference between a smartwatch and a fitness watch, right?
Yeah, I know there's a difference, but that's why I said I've
Yeah.
never had either a smartwatch or neither nor.
Hmm.
Well, the smartwatch is a really good like overall, right? But it's not a really good fitness watch because it does the job poorly. I wouldn't say because not every watch, but I have compared mine to the Apple Watch something new.
Mm.
And mine is definitely better at the fitness tracking. But my watch, the whole purpose of this watch is to track fitness.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And he got like 110 fitness programs.
I don't know what mine actually does. It counts calories, steps, sleep patterns, heart rhythm, and stuff like that.
Yeah, but can't you activate a training regime, right?
If I connect it to my phone and use the app, I can do different stuff there, yes.
Yeah, because mine keeps... I can say treadmill, and then it keeps track when I'm on the treadmill, right? And then I have to stop it manually because mine is kind of old, but still very... The software is still the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they are still keeping track on that. But anyhow, the reason why you would use a fitness watch while you're out partying is because you get those extra % fitness, right?
Towards your fitness goal of the day.
Yes, so you can take a leisure the next day, right? You're saving up your points for the next day.
Okay. Just adjusting your daily routine according to the fitness watch's recommendation.
Yes. And you're kind of cheating the system by not cheating, but because you are fit, right? But you feel like you're cheating the system.
I don't.
Perhaps I'm
I
not
don't-
that fit, so...
If
I
you're
don't know
out,
where you're
if
going.
you're out partying and dancing, you get like I gain like 50% when I woke up, right? Activity percent, because I was dancing all night.
Mm.
So then when I woke up, I was halfway into my next day, right?
Through your regime, yeah.
Okay, so the
Yeah, it's just a cheat.
That
But
is playing
it isn't
the
that.
system.
Yeah, but it isn't playing the system because you were active, right?
Okay. Well, enough about our fitness watches, smart watches, and yada.
Yeah, watches.
As I think I told last week, but this previous week, I've been traveling, business trip, went over to Denmark for work course stuff. I don't know what it's called really. It's yeah,
Work related.
yeah, it's work related.
Work
it's not
related
a
trip.
business trip in that sense where I
A
do
business
deals
trip!
and sales pitches and yada. It's not like that. It's an educational course.
Yeah.
And it happened to be where they produced this machine that we're supposed to learn about in Denmark. So we went to Denmark for a week. And from 8 to 4 o'clock, you like do the like educational stuff, work related stuff, but the rest of the day you're free to do whatever you want. So we used the opportunity to see the town we were visiting. We were visiting a town called Aalborg in Denmark. So naturally we just had to test as many dining places as possible. And us being Norwegians traveling, we're awestruck by the reasonable alcohol prices in bars and pubs and such. They're literally like 3 to 4 times cheaper than in Norway. So yeah, we tried a few bars, had cheap beers and such. But there's also this one thing we were kind of curious to try out visiting, but ultimately we didn't. Strip clubs, you know of those?
Yeah.
So we were playing with the idea of, hey, wouldn't it be fun to just go and check it out? It was like, that's the trap you don't have to fall into. You don't have to check it out at all. But if there happened to be a strip club where we went, we probably would have went in there just to see.
Because we don't have strip
initially.
clubs here.
Yeah, we don't have. But in Denmark, apparently in that town, they there aren't any strip clubs there anymore. They used to be, but they ended them a year or two ago. So, but
COVID killed them, maybe.
No,
COVID
it
didn't
was,
kill the strippers.
The town,
No,
the township didn't want it. It's not good PR for tourism. It's not the
Why?
main selling.
I was
Yeah,
there.
well,
I loved it.
probably, but they claimed it wasn't good for the advertising and such. So they pretty much just shut down the strip clubs.
Yeah, the politicians
town.
didn't like it, and that's
Yeah. The politicians didn't listen to the rest of the people. But anyhow, strip clubs were closed, so we didn't go there anyway because we couldn't. But that had me thinking, what isn't that just a depends on how much you value watching girls strip in front of you without getting any of the action, but isn't it just a waste of money?
No.
No, whoa, okay.
Well, I happened to be in Aalborg some years ago
Yeah.
when there were strip clubs there, and we went to one, and it
Mhm.
wasn't a waste of money. You had to pay the entrance fee, of course, and you had to buy something in the bar, beers, sure, and you watch the strip show. They are on a scene and do the stripping. You don't use any more money at that point unless you buy a lap dance or some stuff like that.
That's what they want you to do, though.
So just go in there, buy a beer, and watch the strip shows the entire evening. That's fine. All you do is buy the beer or the drinks, which you would do in any other bar anyway. You just have the entertainment.
And I guess you would have the extra entrance fee because that's not a usual thing when entering a bar or a pub. A regular bar or a pub.
There's an entrance fee as well, yeah. But being Denmark, we being Norwegians, wasn't all that bad. It was like $10 or something.
And I have to support Thomas here. I've never thought it was a waste to see girls get naked. Just, I've seen it happen sometimes in my life, and always pleasant.
Okay,
Yeah.
but But
They
maybe
didn't take
I'm-
off their panties, but everything else went off.
Yeah, sure,
Well,
sure. It's still pleasant.
And a friend of mine was there with like $5, and he wanted to put it in her panties. His girlfriend even gave him permission, but he chickened out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not enough drinks. But haven't you been on a real strip club, Björn?
Well, actually, I have, but that's like way like how many years ago is that now? Probably like 10 years ago from now, or something like that. And it wasn't in Denmark. It was in what's
Prague.
it called? Prague. In the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, yeah.
Yeah. And they kind of had a different style of strip. It wasn't that strip club in particular. Wasn't the main focus? Wasn't the show itself. They were more so trying to sell the striptease experience. The
girls.
Can I say? It's not the hands-on experience, but the what do you call it again? The lap dance, for fuck's sake. They were trying to sell the lap dance, and
Of course, that's where
table
they earn
show.
the real money.
That's where the real money was. And it was, at that time, I remember, it was fucking expensive, even for Norwegians in a Eastern European country. And that experience was basically just dry humping everyone in the seats. It was like, that's just cock teasing at that point. It's like,
If you're a virgin, that might be enough.
maybe.
Maybe it's all the action you need.
Yeah, but that experience in particular is like, yeah, she could like basically dry hump you and grind on you, but you weren't allowed to touch. You're like, your hands are supposed to be like resting on your sides or behind your back or something. I remember that very, very specifically because they told us so.
Don't touch the product.
Don't touch. No touching. It was just let her do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would
And
you
that
say
to
that?
me just seemed to be a waste because it was fucking expensive and it was more of a tease than watching someone do a show on stage because the show was on you.
Yeah. I would argue that would be even better, perhaps.
Mm,
But on stage, we got to see many of them.
the closer you're to home, the worse it is if you don't get it. It's yes. That was just my thinking about the whole thing. So maybe we would have the experience you had, Thomas, and just went in, paid the entrance fee, bought a couple of beers, watched the main stage show, and had a good time. Maybe, if we ever visited one, but who knows? Who knows? Righty.
Do you
Thomas,
guys
do you have
do you guys take selfies?
red?
No.
You know how to do it?
No,
No,
yeah,
probably
from the top.
From the top, get the proper
Yeah.
angle,
Yeah.
do the proper lighting.
Yeah, from the top.
Yeah, like I have done with my cam. It's up here, coming down on me. But yeah, no, I just saw my daughter yesterday. She came out of the bathroom with her phone in her hand, and she was like, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm taking a selfie.
Oh,
Like,
no.
why are you looking like a retard? Because you keep interrupting me all the time.
That's the thumbnail.
Perhaps. Don't know what I look like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not how I do selfies, though. If I ever take one, it's just a quick shot, done. Like girls, they
Don't
do
even don't even look at the selfie. You're done.
Yeah, I'm done. No, I do actually look at them, but But not like girls do. They have to do the selfie like 100 times, and then they want to find the perfect one, even though they look exactly the same, all the fucking pictures. The same duck face, the same squeezed eyes, everything. And it's like, oh, this one is much better than the other one, so I'll send this one. Wouldn't life be
But-
simpler if girls just took a natural picture and just sent it?
Exactly, but you
No.
know that.
Not a
But it's
complete
like-
natural picture, but
A lot of people are really good at taking really good pictures,
I know.
getting initial attention on social medias or dating sites.
I
And then when you meet them face to face, they're like, those pictures must have been really good because you don't look anything like those pictures. And that's the sort of downside to being a really good selfie
Photographer?
taker. Photographer,
really,
yeah.
yeah, because you get all the angles and everything right, so you
can
look
hide.
better.
You can hide a lot of fat through angles.
Did you
Yes,
guys see
you
the Thomas? I know you've seen this, but the Viva La Dirt League guys, they went to a professional photo shoot to have pictures, selfies, hot selfies taken of them with like the proper lighting and proper angles, and those pictures look fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the skit where he's taking his passport picture, and every time the colleague is trying to take them, he's like doing the duck lip and everything. He's like,
No.
he's like, oh, we can't
No.
do that on this picture. And then he just takes a picture, and the picture looks really, really good because it doesn't have the duck face and anything when the picture is actually taken. But every time I like look into the camera to take the picture, is duck facing and everything. It was a real funny skit though. So
Viva La Dirt League is really funny. Watch
Yeah.
those guys. They're awesome.
I recommend 10 out of
Yeah,
10
yeah.
tipsies.
Yes. yeah, definitely.
But are you saying we should hire a professional photographer to take our selfie?
Yeah. The next time we do the bath picture in the hot tub, we should have
We're
a
supposed to
professional.
hire a photographer to take
Yeah.
pictures of us in the hot tub.
Yeah, when we drink beer and
Are we supposed to stream this on Twitch on hot tub category or something? Because that's
No.
literally hot tub category.
no, not Twitch. That would be the OnlyFans.
Mm.
Because we're skinny
Yeah.
dipping.
No.
No, we're not. We're not.
No.
Yeah, no. It was just a short topic. I figured I had to put something up here to talk about.
Yeah, but I think in general, most guys could improve their selfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We're not like the girls. We just need to get a little bit better to take selfies or have someone else take pictures. Because but I
Now
don't
that you
know.
say that,
it's-
we should have had a podcast, a Snapchat, where we could do selfies and post to our fans.
it's like the initial thought of that is just like yeah, it's not appealing to me, but what's you showing? You're showing.
We could
Proper
have
selfie, that one with the duck face and all.
Yeah.
Looked fucking horrible, but okay. So,
I should
you have
had
my
a
honest opinion.
I should have had a professional do it.
Yeah,
I would have
maybe
looked like
that-
a supermodel all of a sudden. So that's only for our YouTube watchers, listeners.
Yeah, you
The
didn't
selfie,
miss
'cause-
out much. He just took a selfie of himself with a duck face and all. It's,
Yeah.
we should just move swiftly on from
As we do.
as we do to well, I think both of our notes or topics goes hand in hand because they're both again Russia, Ukraine related.
Yeah, mine is not Ukraine related. So
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
can do yours. We can do the actual news.
Okay.
Or
okay.
both of them are news, but
When did I post this? So I saw this on our Norwegian. I think it's the most read Norwegian news website, at least. VG. It's called VG.
VG. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
VG.
VG.
What does it stand for? Does anyone know?
Verdens gang. The world's progress. The world states of the world. The state of the world. Verdens gang.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Good
Fun
translation.
Verdens gang. Yeah. Well, I saw this article from a statement from the who was it? It was the how do I translate this? His name is Dmitry
Medved.
Medvedev.
Is it the
Medvedev.
Is it
From
the Russian?
Russian Security Council?
Yeah,
the
he
leader
used to
of
be president in between Putin and Putin.
Yeah,
the-
he's
he
kind
was-
of like a.
he made a statement that if the Ukrainian forces decide to attack Russia, the Russian answer will be anything. Well, anything. Anything required is the translation. They would do anything required, and that's
anything
like
necessary.
anything necessary to defend the motherland. They're willing to use all types of weapons, depending of the nature of the threat.
I actually saw, I think related to this perhaps, Ukraine had promised they wouldn't use the new long-distance missiles from America to shoot into Russian territory.
Mm.
So yeah, they give them all these weapons, and they can only use them in their own soil.
Mm.
Fair point, though.
No, it's just
And they should,
The-
and in my opinion, they shouldn't try to, I want to say, liberate Crimea. They should leave it be.
What? They are going to do it.
They will try. I don't think they will succeed.
I know they will. Why won't they?
Because Russia will use every weapon necessary.
apparently.
Because
Or so,
Crimea have kind of been annexed since, 2014, so it's a little different than the one they annexed recently, which they didn't even have a hold over entirely.
Yeah, it's just, but I think I've said something along these lines before, but at what point does the rest of the world go like, okay, this is enough, Russia, stop it, get some help.
If Russia keeps going, they are predicting that China will be a problem in the near future. So
China would be a problem for the Russians,
no, for
or
the
just
West.
a problem for the West in general.
Yeah, probably more so America with Taiwan and everything, because there's a presidential election in Taiwan next year, and some people are speculating that China will use the elections to try and intervene and do stuff to get Taiwan back, because it's Chinese, you know.
Isn't this just the perfect storm brewing? There's already a huge war going on in Ukraine, Russia.
Yep.
And you have all of these other political games being played around. It's like, and when one country goes to war with another, on the other side of the world, most people could go like, hey, why don't we also go to war?
Yeah, they could, because
Like,
they know everyone is
sometimes-
busy with Ukraine right now. So
Yeah, but put your hat on.
Put my
Or
hat
tinfoil-
on. Yeah, my
or tinfoil hat.
tinfoil hat.
Yes.
That's all.
Now the world is giving all their arms to Ukraine.
yeah,
China still has all their military power. They go and engage the whole Europe because we don't have anything left. They make a peace deal with Ukraine.
I don't think China will come for Europe, but they will definitely go for Taiwan, which will anger the Americans, which will end in war with them, and probably some other countries in the Asian
Republic?
Pacific. No, the what's the name of the waters outside of China? Because China wants control of most of it, right? They claim a lot of the the waters as their own, even into other countries' territories. Like most Asian countries will have to give up a lot of territory for China if China gets its way. Because China is a powerhouse.
Oh yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think anyone had claimed otherwise.
Only second to America, currently. But they are building...
Oh, you mean powerhouse as in military power?
Yeah, yeah, in
I meant
economics as well.
Yeah, my initial thoughts was like economics and just effects on the world.
Yeah, in every sense, China is the influential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think China will go under soon.
Go on.
China will go under? Wow, that's a bold statement. Big statement.
Yeah, because they are making all these apartments and then tearing it down because people don't have money to live in them.
Yeah, they are losing
Because-
a lot of people as well.
Yeah, they got like skyscrapers emptied, and you can watch demolition because the banks are heavily involved in properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
They build a lot of properties, and then it's no one buys them, and then what you do? You tear it down to get the price to go up again, right?
Yeah, they have basically entire cities with apartments and everything which people don't live in.
Yeah, that's very worrying. I imagine India is the powerhouse soon to be.
India will
Well-
soon surpass China with
They
how
they
much-
already did.
They did?
What? Population-wise?
Yes.
I didn't think they did
Oh.
yet. I just knew they would surpass them very soon.
Because
Because people
China
are
has like 1.3 billion people last time I checked, and then
Yeah.
Oh.
India had 1.2 billion.
There's 1 billion
Okay.
bicycles in Beijing, you know.
Okay, something happened because I knew 2021. What? I want more years.
You want more years?
More,
We all want
because
more
I don't
years.
think they have surpassed them yet. I think they will in very near future.
But the thing
Because
with-
people are dying like flies of COVID over in China.
Yep.
And people are
India,
getting-
I don't know if that's any better.
No, and people aren't getting as much kids in China anymore. While in India, people are apparently popping out children like no one's business.
Acting like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold on.
yeah, well, it's.
But yeah, I don't think India has the military power that China does anyways.
No,
Imagine.
definitely not.
You do. How do we know?
No, we don't. But as we do know, I think America, China, and Russia are the biggest military powers.
yeah. We thought that Russia were good at military
Yeah, we
power.
thought Russia was one of the biggest military powers, but it turns out
Uh,
it was all junk.
big yes, junk yes, nukes.
Yeah.
They have the most of them.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully, it turns out they're junk as well, if needs be. Hopefully, just crossing our fingers here.
I'm not sure if Junior is Googling, he can probably fact check me straight away, but I think Russia have more nukes than NATO combined does.
Yeah, I think
It
so as
wouldn't
well.
surprise me.
But I think our nukes make it the biggest boom.
No, because
Details,
I think America has
nukes
had
are
problems
nukes,
with
isn't-
their... no, they have that Satan 2 or something. Isn't that supposed to be Russia?
Okay, they have
That's-
Satan 2
Satan
nuke.
2,
They have
yeah.
the Satan 2 nuke. Well, that's fucking
Yeah,
disturbing.
I think that's one of the ones that the biggest boom. And I think
Okay.
that probably is a hypersonic one as well, which the Americans haven't made yet. They were
Ooh,
struggling with hypersonic stuff.
Oh, hypersonic, like speed-wise.
Yeah.
Ah, because I read somewhere
Russia
that...
and China have them. America is struggling. So they don't have them yet.
Because
think.
I read
Yeah.
somewhere that America has one of those multi-nukes, like those intercontinental nukes that's basically a transport nuke that drops out several other nukes in like a carpet bombing fashion.
Oh, that's nice. Satan.
No, that's
I
not
think-
nice. That's
Sa-
fucking
Satan 2
disturbing.
as well carries many nukes.
Yeah, so it's like basically one rocket carrying
Cluster
several
stuff?
nukes and then dropping them, not like a cluster, but with like great
Yeah,
precision.
Mm.
yeah, but it's
to-
called a cluster bomb.
But I don't know. I don't think America has the hypersonic speed wise.
Yeah, but don't
Yeah,
you
well,
think
China
Russia
have
is-
them with precision almost narrowed down because China did a test I think last year where they sent a missile around the world and it came back and crash landed or not crash landed but went off in China where they almost intended to, only a kilometer away from where they wanted it to go. And that was
And then
around
you-
the entire world, and it missed the mark by a kilometer or so.
and then you see
Okay.
the weather balloon.
And the weather balloon, yeah, currently.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's shutting down though.
Yeah, I saw.
What-
I saw.
Weather
Haven't
balloon.
you? I've been following the news.
No. Update me. And us.
A Chinese weather balloon or spy
Yeah.
balloon came in over Alaska and over Montana, I think, and it started to hover above some air bases and where America have nukes, the silos and
Chinese
stuff.
spy hot air balloon.
Not hot air
No,
balloon.
well-
It's like 60,000 feet up in the air.
Oh,
Balloon
oh,
was
oh.
with spyware, and they thought that they could control it remotely from spy satellites, and it would record when people talk on the walkie-talkies and everything. And the Chinese government said, no, it's a weather balloon that's off course. So America just fired missiles at it, shut it down with the jet
Hmm.
fighters.
Yeah,
Yeah, before it left American airspace.
Okay.
So now they are
Okay.
testing the parts. They shot it so they wouldn't destroy the anything else than the balloon itself. So they can test the hardware in it.
See if it holds true. If it
Yeah.
really is a weather measuring.
And I
Device.
read in the news today, the Norwegian news, that they think the experts are saying if it's a spy balloon, they don't think President Xi Jinping knew about it. They think someone further down the ladder have just done it, and now China is ashamed of this, and they're trying to cover it up. So they fired one of the top
Weatherman.
yeah, the weather people. Yeah, the man
Yeah,
who was
yeah,
in
yeah.
charge of the weather stuff. It was just fired.
Yeah,
Because it was a weather balloon after all, they say.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Or maybe tinfoil hat. Maybe they claimed. Maybe it's to support the fact to make us believe it's more plausible that it was a weather balloon. They fired.
Yeah, of
a
course.
Weather. That's my tinfoil hat thinking. You know?
Yeah, of course, but I don't think we will ever know if it's a spy balloon.
No. That won't be public info anytime soon. Whether
The ne-
if it's a weather balloon or if it's a spyware balloon.
The Netflix special.
A
The
Netflix
balloon.
special 15 years later, when it's declassified.
China
I don't know
weather
how-
balloon.
How many years does it pass for some classified files? The fucking Jeffrey Dahmer case. It just got declassified, all that information, and that's when Netflix released the
Special?
the
The show.
the show, not the documentary, but the acting show.
Yeah, they see potential in stuff like that. And they're
Yeah.
on
Is it-
when they
is
get
it-
their hands on stuff like that.
50 years. No,
From the-
no,
from
no,
the
because
70s?
it was during the
80s, 70s, 80s.
I don't
late
think it's-
70s, 80s. Yes, that would make 80, 90. Yeah.
Yeah,
30,
I don't
40
think,
years.
Yeah.
I don't think it's time related.
It might be,
Certain
but
classified
it
files
depends
does get
on.
declassified after a certain amount of time.
I think it depends. This was a civil case.
Yes.
The spy stuff here would be military and national security wise. So probably a longer time.
Mm.
They did declassify some UFO stuff last year, or I think.
Where's the Netflix special?
Isn't there some documentaries of this Area 51 stuff
Yeah,
somewhere? I think I've scrolled
I think
past
there are.
it, but I haven't clicked on. I have no idea where I've seen it.
I think Prime has one, but I don't know if it's really good. There is a UFO like 6-part documentary on Netflix. Don't remember the name, but that goes through like Roswell and different incidents throughout the years. Very interesting, though. But keep that tinfoil hat on. Take it for what it is. But I find stuff like that interesting.
Yeah, well, I just find like alien stuff. It's like there's if you how can I say this? It's interesting if it's left as a mystery and up for imagination, up for debate. Because if you have proper evidence, you'll probably end up realizing like, oh, it was a plane that was off course. And it didn't show up on the radar at that point in time. It's like, oh fuck, well,
Yeah,
that's
but
not
the
interesting.
the unexplainable stuff that they bring up
yeah.
is I find stuff like that interesting. But at the same time, I just can't stand the ancient alien guys over on History Channel. You know, the guy with all the hair and aliens.
But actually, ever since the 80s and 90s up until now, there were way more like amateur sightings and amateur videos of UFOs or supposed aliens than there is now.
Oh, they're still there. There's a lot.
There's
of them.
still
You just
there's
have to
still
go
a lot
on YouTube to find them.
But the videos that are on display now are filmed with 4K cameras from your pocket. It's like, so those images are super crisp and super clear, hence why you could in a new video see like, oh, that was obviously a bird, or oh, that's obviously an aircraft, which
Enhance!
which in the 90s you couldn't. It would be like, oh, that's a mysterious blinking light, but on this
funny
VHS
enough,
you can't see what it is.
Everything done with new cameras are always in the dark and in remote areas. Stuff like that. So yeah.
Have you seen the new Samsung camera with the 100 times zone?
No. Is it just a
it's-
phone camera, or is it?
It's a phone camera that can zoom 100 times. It's very impressive, and I want one.
Okay.
I think that will be in my next phone.
Okay.
Also, you're
Hopping
going
on
back
the
to Samsung,
train.
one of the flagship models.
Yeah, maybe. I
Just
will
because
not
of
buy.
the camera zoom?
Yes.
Do you need to zoom in that much to take
No.
selfies?
No, it's
I don't.
it's so we can take UFO pictures
Ah.
to convince you. They're
Yeah. I've seen pictures of the moon with the camera, and it's very good.
Yeah.
But it's just a gimmick, and it's fun, and I want it. And the OnePlus has really diminished through the years.
No, I think the new one that is coming now is quite good.
Yeah, but for a price.
Yeah, the prices have gone up a bit. Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah,
OnePlus phones
they
used
are-
to be the
they're-
bang for the buck phone, but now they're
Yeah, they have
kinda
realized
expensive.
they actually make quite good phones, so they can kind of creep up on Samsung and iPhone. Still
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah,
And
but are they though?
And last year's phone didn't actually bring anything to the table compared to the model before. But this year it seems quite good. But now you have also the Google Pixel phone, which is supposed to be quite good for a cheap amount of money.
Yeah, I've heard you cannot take a better picture with any other phone than the Google phone.
Yeah, a colleague of mine
Because
bought it. He was really impressed with it.
Yeah, because the camera, the quality of the camera lens is not dependent on the camera itself now. It's dependent on the software.
Mm.
So the software is the limit, and Google has really nailed it with the Pixel, and they have done ever since. So the software behind the Pixel is really, really good. Yeah, even though the camera lens is worse than the other competition.
Sony, weren't they supposed to deliver a phone with an awesome Sony camera on it? Which extend...
Sony?
No, yeah, Sony. No, not Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony Ericsson, the old phones. They're Sony now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were giving out a phone where the camera actually were sticking out of the phone. You had more of a camera on it. I
Okay.
think that was a gimmick. Didn't hear anything about it after the phone was supposed to release, so don't know what happened.
But at this point, how good of a camera do you actually need, and how much do we need to improve our cameras? It's
Yeah, but what are they supposed to do? They give out new phones every year.
mhm.
You have to do some tweaks with the phone the next year to make people actually want that phone compared to what they have. So they have to kind of press the camera to be a little bit better.
I just
Screen-
want a phone with a usable Bluetooth.
Usable Bluetooth.
Yeah, my
Yeah, but other
my
with a
Bluetooth
dependable.
works really fine on my OnePlus.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my car or anything, but my Bluetooth it's crap.
Mine
okay.
works fine. I just want a decent size screen, which you get on most phones these days, and I want a good camera. Like this phone can actually film in 8K, but I don't have the storage for it, so I can't use it anyways.
that's,
Even
eats
the
up
4K
storage.
takes up too much space, so I only use the HD. But yeah, we do film some stuff now and then, like Will It Boil, and it's good to have a camera that actually works. Should actually have had a real camera for it.
Yeah.
A Sony.
Speaking of
vlogging
which,
camera.
Junior, will you boil anything in the near future?
If you get anything to boil, I will boil it. We can try to boil fish cakes or something.
We can do anything, everything and anything. We just need to band together and do it, or
And
Junior
find
can do it
something to
himself.
boil.
Or well, you could do it yourself. It's not a huge production.
No, it's not.
God.
just have your girlfriend film you boiling some shit and just send it to me and I'll edit it. Edit it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, why you are asking?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I'm really afraid. Why are you asking?
No, he just mentioned. He mentioned when we filmed Will It Boil, and it just sprung to mind. When is it coming back? When, if so? So yeah, I was just curious.
Junior can bring it back whenever he wants. If not, it will be this summer when I get home. We'll do it over a
We just need
weekend.
some. Ooh, we haven't tried to boil cocoa.
Cocoa?
Yeah, cocoa.
Like chocolate
Chocolate.
drink.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
To boil water and they will have the
I will have.
everything in the boiler at once.
Yeah, I will have milk and chocolate.
You can't. The
Like
point
real
is to boil
chocolate
something
chocolate?
that's not
Yeah, real
supposed
chocolate.
to be boiled. Well,
Yeah, but you're not supposed to boil real chocolate.
It will just boil the chocolate and milk together, like not
that
the
sounds
powder,
like
not
a
chocolate powder, but chocolate, milk
that
chocolate.
sounds like a fire hazard.
No, you
You're not
just boil the milk a bit first, and then you add the chocolates, so they won't get stuck.
Well, that's just boiled chocolate drink.
And milk.
Let's
okay,
let's see when the season come out. At the latest this summer, late summer.
Right.
But yeah, let's stick with Putin or go back to Putin.
Yes, more. What Putin, the helping man?
Yeah. He has offered
Okay.
help because there has been,
Oh.
as you might know, an earthquake in Turkey and some other country. Don't remember the names. Really bad of me. I will try to find the article. The Russians are going on the offensive again within 10 days. Syria. What's that in English?
Syria?
Syria?
It's in Syria. Yeah.
I think it's Syria. Yeah.
Yeah, earthquake. Syria, and Syria is an ally of Russia, and
Mhm.
Russia is sending aid to Syria and Turkey is even a NATO country. But Putin has offered to send all the aid they need because he's willing to help, because he's a helping man. It probably looks good in the war efforts and everything that he sends aid to other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
This
I
is
have
n-
to ask, what can he send?
Is it a propaganda move?
Maybe.
Yeah, but what can he send? Because everything is
it's
in
not
the war.
It's not military aid. It's other aid.
Yeah, but but all the blankets and all the food are going to the front line.
Not anymore.
Apparently
The
not.
soldiers can freeze because he needs to build relations. Syria
I
is
just
probably okay
wonder-
with the.
I just wonder if this, and tinfoil hat on again, a lot of tinfoil hats going on here. If this is a propaganda move, which I think it mostly is, then I think the support that Turkey and Syria will receive will be mostly bullshit. It would be mostly like useless stuff and like
Putin
10 huge shipments with only one of those containing actual helpful stuff, because the rest of them were empty, and they could advertise, oh, we sent 10 aircraft full of clothing and food, but actually only one of them had anything in it.
You're sending people.
People.
Do you have people to send?
Probably.
Wow. Yeah, all the girls, all the women who are
All the
Who are
women
not
and
in the war.
children that are left behind from
Yeah,
their
well-
husbands.
all the widows.
Sending teams to both Turkey and Syria.
Teams of what?
People. Support teams.
Okay.
I just said teams because I had to figure out how to translate this Norwegian article. But support workers to both countries. Because he's a close allied with the Assad regime in Syria, and he has military stuff in that country as well, military presence. So that's why he's probably helping them out. I'll try to read fast here to see. I don't know actually why he would help Turkey, which is a NATO country.
Because Turkey is helping him.
Maybe, yeah.
Hasn't Turkey been hesitant to accept Sweden to join?
Yeah, Sweden
NATO?
especially. I think they might.
Turkey has been like, no!
Yeah, but
And-
Turkey is probably they are a huge military power in Europe, so we kind of need them. In one sense, but in the other hand, they are suppressing like democracy and stuff. Like they didn't like that Sweden allowed the burning of the Quran and things like that, and that was the final nail in the coffin for Sweden. But I think the NATO rules should change. Maybe not 100% of the people within the alliance have to say yes. How about 90%?
Yeah, then we can overrule him all the time.
And when you're accepting people into NATO, personal politics should not be of concern. It should be what people are bringing to NATO as a whole, or if the countries really need a NATO, which is the point of NATO. I think so. Personal politics should not be affecting memberships into NATO.
Yeah, but they inevitably will. And, that's why it's like, for the requirement that, how should you say it? Every 100% of the votes has to be yes for a country to be allowed into NATO.
Yeah,
That's
and the more countries that are coming into NATO, the harder it will be to get everyone to say yes.
Yes, it's like if democracy worked that way, nothing would ever change, because some people always disagree.
Yeah.
Most people disagree. So it's like, why don't we let the majority decide?
That is the
And
democracy as a
That
whole.
is democracy, and democracy isn't a perfect system. It's slow to get change done.
It is.
But
But in instances
a
like this,
system that
it will
works
work.
somehow. Yeah.
Also,
I love democracy.
if
Okay.
you see what the countries actually brings to NATO, I think Finland has quite a powerful army.
Yeah, and historically, Finland is great at defending themselves against Russia.
Yeah.
So maybe we need those right now. Just come on, Finland. We need you guys.
yeah, because they have never demilitarized anything because of the wars with Russia in years past.
Yeah.
So they have kept their artilleries and everything, and Sweden apparently has quite a good navy, I've heard.
Oh.
And they got planes.
Yeah, they got their own planes. Yeah, and they got the really decent submarines and stuff. So see,
Yeah,
they are
Sweden-
bringing, and they have like a large military compared to like Norway and Denmark, I think. And
Yeah, Sweden too.
they're rich countries as well, so they should be allowed into NATO.
Hmm.
The only
Yeah.
the only reason not to allow them is because tensions with Russia would probably get worse.
Even worse than now.
Probably.
We are sending Ukraine all our tanks. It
Oh,
cannot be worse.
Fuck! I read in the news today. Norway are sending tanks to the north of Norway. Our Leopards,
Whoop, whoop.
Leopard 2A4s are going to
The oldest ones.
They
the
are going to
oldest ones.
Finnmark
Okay. Well,
from the
it's-
Telemark battalion to Finnmark.
So it's basically better than nothing, but as I've heard from actually inside info from someone who used to work on these tanks, the Leopard 2 A4 tanks, which is the oldest tank of the Leopard 2 series, the parts for those aren't in production anymore. So if anything breaks on those Leopard 2 A4 tanks, you're having a really hard time to find replacement parts. Just say.
If one tank breaks down, you put it in storage and use that tank for spare parts for other tanks.
Yeah, that's
That
what's
would
been
basically be
happening.
how it would work. But yeah, no. And some people said, "Nah, but why are we sending them there? They can't defend Finnmark from Russia if they attack Norway, because Russia will probably use long distance missiles and drones and planes, and they would just kill off all the tanks." But yeah, we need something.
We need something.
And if the new Leopard tanks are going to other places in Norway, why not just send all our old crap up where we border to Russia? Because we know Russia is only sending old crap as well, so it will be a battle for the ages.
Yeah, yeah.
It would be like World War II all over again.
Mm. They're
Except,
not that old, those tanks, but
no, they're not, but yeah, no.
they're outdated.
We need to show that we just have a presence or something, but I don't think Russia will try to invade Finnmark.
No, we
They would
hope
get a
so.
great coastline though, but and it wouldn't affect many people as well, because there's almost no people up there.
I imagine Russia got enough on their plate.
Yeah, at the very moment, yeah. What is dangerous is if they win the war in Ukraine.
They don't.
Because they might hunger for more, right? They will go like, well, that went well. We did it. Now we can take some other country.
And we didn't. I didn't trigger a world war. They pretty much just let us fight it out here. So why don't we go to the next one?
Yeah, as long as they stay away from the NATO countries, they could invade countries left and right. Not so much
Fucking
to
hell.
left, but all right.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
But again, they could nitpick countries here and there if they really wanted to. But yeah, I don't know. Ukraine would probably never have gotten into NATO anyway. They deserve it.
Well, now
They
did.
really deserve it, and they're kind of in NATO now. They're getting all the support, just not the manpower they could have gotten.
Hmm.
Imagine if all the NATO countries sent soldiers and stuff to Ukraine to actually help beat up Russia.
Oh yeah. There.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's sad. It's stupid. Putin did a boo-boo. With the whole
And
thing.
he won't admit it.
He won't admit it because it will make him look weak.
Mm-hmm. And that's not the Soviet way. The Russian way.
Yeah, I mean, he wants Soviet back now. So
Oh yeah. Well. And on
Is
that,
this a
guys,
wrap?
we're closing in on an hour. Pretty much on the dot. No. Almost.
On the dial.
On the dot. Well,
yeah, but we will have passed the 1 hour mark when you have done the outro.
Yeah. So, with that, I'd like to thank our listeners and viewers for sticking with us for yet another edition of Tipsy Wednesday. We have several links in the description below. Support us links, links to our YouTube, our
Everything.
Thomas's TikTok, everything. All the links are below. Yeah.
Yeah.
With that,
Goodbye.
bye bye.
Goodbye.